What is up everyone, welcome back to a brand new Resident Evil Reverse video. The game is coming, it is definitely coming. Every single day goes by, the closer it gets, you know. I've seen the argument online about it not even coming now, but at the end of the day, they said July, and, you know, it's only at the time of making this video, it's only the 13th, and, you know, that's still like just under halfway through the month. Plenty of time for the game to come out. Of course, if that changes, I'll let you know. I'll be the first probably to make a video about it, because I have eyes on this at all times, because I am very much looking forward to it. At the end of the day, like I've mentioned in previous videos, it does just look like a fun time, and you know, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you play a game, you have fun, that's the key thing. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that message out there. Another thing that I've seen in comments on some older videos, I kind of want to briefly go into it now, but it's no big deal. One of the things I kind of notice a lot when I upload, or trying to not pay as much attention to in a negative way, is like the way I speak. And you know, sometimes I feel like it can be too fast or too slow or mumbled, and that's just like it's more of a personal anxiety thing for me. Like, at the end of the day, yes, I am just sitting in my room uploading a video and talking about something that I love, but you know, I think it's like the internal back of the mind thing that people are going to see it. So I don't know, it's a small thing. People have kind of commented about it in not particularly nice ways. I mean, it's not like a big deal, like they haven't been outright rude, but you know, I thought I'd just clear the air and say I am working on it. It is something that I kind of struggle with, you know, not even just on videos on YouTube, just in general, really, talking to people. So I'm working on it. But anyway, past all that stuff, we don't need to talk about that anymore. Today is going to be the character guide for Jill Valentine. We have covered 3 characters already, so we're in the last 3 now. It's Jill, Ada, and Hunk. So without any further ado, leave a like if you are excited for Jill, and let's get into it. So first things first, we'll briefly cover her weapons. These are actually the same weapons that Chris uses. This could change in full release, but you know, she has exactly the same weapons as Chris. It is the Samurai Edge handgun and the CQBR assault rifle. Again, you know, a good medium to long range weapon. Very, very, very powerful. Big magazine. Obviously this is your special weapon, so you have to kind of, you know, pick up ammo around the map to refill it. But yeah, the weapons are the same. There's not much to go off of there. Same idea as Chris, you know, mid to long range engagements are very good with it. And obviously close range, you know, is still just as good as an SMG would be or something like that. So, they're the weapons. Now we move on to her abilities, which are honestly, for me, personally, looking at them, probably more of the unique and kind of like experimental abilities in the game. So, let's jump into that now. So, Jill's passive is Last Escape. This is a very unique passive and a very, very good one if used correctly. It reads, attack damage is temporarily boosted after dodging. That's a big deal. As you know, dodging in this game is kind of like I use the example quite often, but I'm going to keep going with it. It's a Dark Souls-like dodge. You know, like you dodge in Dark Souls at the perfect time, you take 0 damage, like you are safe. It is a immune few seconds where you can kind of like move and not take any damage. Same thing here. Time the dodge perfectly, and you'll kind of mitigate any damage that you would have received if you didn't dodge. So it's a big deal. You want to use them as often as possible, and when the opportunity comes up to dodge, you dodge. Just how it is. But yeah, this is increased damage after a successful dodge. That's a big deal, obviously, for the higher end bioweapons. Obviously, they do a lot of damage, and you know, even in gunfights as well. You know, you can kind of dodge behind someone, get a boost in damage, and then just, you know, go crazy. Like, you're probably about to get the upper hand if you use the dodges perfectly. I'm not sure how long the time is for the extra damage, but nevertheless, still a very, very cool passive, and something you can use in very, very frequent situations, because there's a lot of close quarters combat in the beta, more specifically because of the map, but I'm sure there's other maps in the game that are just as compact as this. So yeah, quite the passive to use, that's for sure. Jill's first ability is a landmine. You place this on the ground in front of you, and obviously if someone steps on it, it explodes and does explosive damage. Not only that, but what I've heard people say is if you do kind of put the mine down, dodge, and then the mine explodes, that counts as the extra damage as well. It's any source after dodging increased damage. So, very, very cool. Again, situational as hell, and requires a bit of setup, but You know, you don't have to dodge, you can just put the mine down and there it is, you know, damage is there. But again, another thing you can do with this mine is just straight up shoot it. If you shoot the mine, it'll explode just as well as it normally would. So, you know, you can really set up those plays, just put a mine down, dodge out the way, shoot the mine, get the damage, you know what I mean? Like, it's all kind of very connected. You can kind of, like, bounce off of each of Jill's abilities quite easily if you know, like, what you're doing, obviously. So, very, very cool there. Next up we have the Hot Dogger, I believe it's called. It might be Hot Dodger, I'm not sure. I've seen many people say both versions of that, but it's the flaming knife from the 3 remake, if that helps anyone know what I'm talking about. Basically, what this does, it is a melee attack. It deals a large amount of damage to enemies at close range, as you would imagine from a knife. I don't know how much damage it does, but again, it's a kind of like a single slash or stab, so it's probably going to be a beneficial amount of damage. Something to keep in mind with this is another like pairing of her abilities. If you dodge and then use the knife, you kind of like do an upward slash instead. I don't know if that does any more damage or, you know, something different, but it is there. You dodge, you knife, and you do a different animation. I would imagine it does more damage possibly off of like the passive, you know, perfect dodge, there's the knife, and there's the extra damage. So again, you can pair every single one of her abilities with the dodge, and they all have kind of like other uses, you know, like the mine has the put it down and let someone walk on it, or put it down and shoot it, you know, it works both ways, same with the knife, and it all just kind of plays off of the dodge. So it's super cool. I really like this build. I really like these abilities. They kind of like, they gel so well together. And from the footage I've seen, and the person who sent me the footage spoke about it and said it feels really nice to get this kind of thing off. I don't know how many times he does it in this footage, but you know, he said he has he's played Jill the most out of the beta and kind of got used to her, and said, you know, pairing his abilities together is really, really, really cool and can really make some big plays for you personally. So that's really cool to see. I like characters that have like abilities that can kind of play off of each other a bit more than most. So that's cool to see. Alright, so now I've touched on the abilities, let's go over some playstyles you can kind of put to use with Jill. For me, again, this is probably one of those more aggressive characters. You know, you want to be in the fight, you want to be dodging around as often as possible. Obviously the dodges are on cooldown. If you remember, you have 3 dodges that all share a stamina bar. Once all 3 are depleted, you have to wait until the stamina bar technically recharges 3 times before all the dodges come back. So either you use them all at once, or you kind of like space them out, and hopefully with your spacing there's always one available. But the dodge is a big part of Jill's kit. It benefits every ability she has, and you know, aggressive playstyles are best for that. You know, you come up against a bioweapon who are, you know, all melee apart from Nemesis really, but you know, you dodge around, you're gonna get them down pretty easily. Same with people, you know. Let's say our Leon tries to like kick you, you dodge the kick, you get behind him, and he's dead. Like, he's open, like he has to come out of the animation, and you've got some free damage on, and it's boosted. So a very aggressive playstyle with Jill is kind of necessary. I love Jill. I think she's probably one of my favourite characters in Resident Evil, and you know, it's nice to see that. I don't know, it's nice to see that some of your favourite characters kind of have the most fun kit. So far for me, it's probably Leon and Jill that have the best kit to use. I haven't reviewed the others yet. I have Ada and Hunk left to go. I've heard very, very, very interesting things about Ada being more of like a skillful character to play, and then I've heard Hunk has some pretty cool abilities. So we'll get to that in the next couple of days. But this has been Jill. I am loving her kit. I think it's going to be really, really cool. So far for me, I'll probably say kit-wise, Jill's at the top, then Leon, then Chris, then Claire. That could change at launch, that could change among the course of reviewing these characters, but time will tell. So that's going to do it for Jill. As always, leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and if you are interested in more, you know, Reverse content or Resident Evil content, I upload every single day, and I do stream at weekends. One little note to add to that is, next week I am completely available all week. There'll be more content coming out, there'll be more videos, more streams next week. It is actually my birthday next Monday, so I'll probably not stream. Obviously there'll be an upload anyway, because it'll already be recorded, but I'll probably take a day away, just kind of like be with family and stuff like that. But next week I'm going like full ham on everything. Hopefully there's some information about Reverses released that week. That would kind of make the week, wouldn't it? But you know, either way, there'll be content coming out every day up until release, and then on release there'll be, you know, a heap of content on release. So if you are looking forward to that, by all means subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. Let me know your thoughts on the characters in the comments down below. I have a few more videos obviously to cover for characters. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thank you for watching, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video.